Well, here's Whack-A-Mole number 70. Whack-A-Mole number 70, the road trip edition, Seattle to San Francisco. Road trip edition, Whack-A-Mole road trip edition from Oregon on the Oregon Trail. Who live on the East Coast of the Midwest or anywhere around the world, this is the beautiful California coastline, Northern California. And taking this drive, you owe it to yourself someday to take the drive up the California coast, Highway 1, Highway 101, up through Oregon and Washington State. It's beautiful. This is the Pacific Ocean back there. And there's a log here. Look what I found a record under a log. So we're going to continue with Whack-A-Mole. Number 70, the on the road edition. But look at this view that's the Pacific Ocean, and then look beyond. Just a gorgeous drive. So we'll continue now with Whack-A-Mole 70, already in progress. Take it, Mazzy and Mazzy Jr. So it's Whack-A-Mole number 70. This is the on the road edition. So the first pick, Joe's going to talk about it. I showed the album, so tell me about that album.
I mean,
what do you think? What kind of music is it?
I think early psychedelic funk has to be. I ain't got nothing. That was a lot.
Okay.
That was a lot to. What? I'm not in the zone. What?
Okay, we don't have a lot. I don't know what's open right now. There's a pretty good Mexican restaurant yeah, that looks pretty good. Nice Mexican. No, I
Okay, so what do you think about that one, Joseph? Tell me about it.
Okay, well, I think one of Early Sunlight's later albums was a flop, but I think it's interesting when in a late stage of an artist's career they play a lot with white space. I think it's interesting.
So do you think I thought it was part of their blue period. So you don't think it's part of their blue period?
No, I don't.
In 10 miles, keep right onto I-80 West towards San Francisco.
Okay.
And I think one of the more important things is that with that white space, it's a statement. You know, it's like at the end of the Beatles' career, or the career of the Beatles, everyone likes to blame Yoko, as opposed to the fact that it was over.
It was over.
And I think a lot of people will say that
About the same with this record?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And they say that with that white space, they're saying that
the dream is over?
The dream is over.
Okay. So I think this is a later period after the guitarist died. So what do you think? I mean, is it really different than their earlier work?
Seeing as how it was a solo album and the solo artist is dead, I think that it's really bold to have an album with nothing on it.
Especially when a solo artist is not even in the group. The solo artist wasn't even in that group, so how can he be a solo? It's kind of like saying, okay, Lou Reed did a solo album after he left Crosby, Stills and Nash.
Lou Reed is also dead.
But he was never in Crosby, Stills and Nash either.
Okay.
So how could he make a solo album after Crosby, Stills and Nash? Okay. So winding up the California coastline still, again, the majestic Pacific Ocean. No record stores here though, so we just have to enjoy the nature shit. Beautiful, beautiful coastline. I mean, it is pretty majestic here. So I hope you're enjoying this Whack-A-Mole number 70 road edition, stopping off on some of these spectacular sites on the left coast of America. So the Whack-A-Mole road trip continues. Number 70. And of course, In-N-Out Burger is a stop when you're in California or Oregon. They don't have many in Washington State, so I haven't had one in a couple of years now, I think. But this trip, we've had several stops. I'm not a fast food person usually, but I do love In-N-Out Burgers, and I love that they used to have, I think John at Digital Gramophone reminded me, pointed it out, they used to have a prayer underneath your French fries. They got rid of that shit, thank God. Hey, I'm all for you. People want a prayer, people want to do whatever they want. But they in Alaska Airlines used to have a fucking prayer on the menu, or on the, Alaska Airlines used to have it on the tray, which I'm thinking the last thing I want is a prayer when I'm fucking in an airplane, you know, barreling through the skies. And no disrespect to any religious prayer people out there at all. It's just that, okay, In-N-Out Burger, this ain't a church. So anyway, In-N-Out Burger, fries. I'm actually having a chocolate shake, which I never have either. So, okay, on to Joseph. Pick a record, okay? Okay. And so, what do you think about that one?
I don't like to be rude. I don't like to hyperbolize, especially because artists are humans, and I think when you speak ill of an artist's work, it's easy to forget that there is a human behind it, and it took effort, like everything takes effort, but it's hot garbage.
Do you think they were trying something new, or is it a retread of earlier?
I think it is a retread of all of the garbage they've done for their whole career.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I want to say more, but I can't. This album is terrible.
Yeah. All right. I'm not going to argue with you. Whack-A-Mole number 70 continues. We're in the trees of mystery. Now, this is in Northern California along Highway 101, and before Disneyland was opened in 1955, this was the biggest tourist spot in California. So we got Paul Bunyan here. He's a very large guy. I don't think this Paul has put out any records. And we got Babe, his wonderful ox friend. So anyway, I looked in the gift shop there, no records here. I thought there may be the stories of Paul Bunyan and Babe. Babe, Ox in the City. Trees of Mystery. I don't know why the band had to go to Uruguay to record this one. It was like the thing that they wanted to get out of the States, and they wanted a new feel, so they went to Uruguay. What's that about?
I think
Or Paraguay. I don't. One of the guys.
I think that the layman will forget that recording audio sounds different at different altitudes, and so I think it's important that they used a pair of guys so they could.
So you think it's altitudinal melody that they had, maybe they were looking for a baroque, an attitudinal melody with a baroque sense of Paraguaying atonal patterns, maybe?
I think if it's baroque, If
Don't
it ain't
fix it.
If it ain't Baroque, don't fix it.
I knew that
Thank
was
you.
coming.
Good.
Yeah, there we go.
All right,
There we
good.
go. All right, well, thanks, Joseph, for doing this Whack-A-Mole number 70 edition. I appreciate it. So, Mazzy and Mazzy, we love you. Okay?
Okay.
The loveliness of Paris is I've been terribly alone and forgotten in Manhattan until I get to that city by the bay. I left my heart in San Francisco, high on a hill that calls to me, where little cable cars climb halfway to the stars. So Whack-A-Mole number 70, Whack-A-Mole number 70, the travel edition.